So good morning. This is the License Commission decision hearing. Today is Thursday, March 5th, 2015. It is approximately 10:08 a.m. We're in the Michael J. Lombardi building at 831 Mass Ave, basement conference room. This morning you have myself, Chair Andrea Jackson, and you have Assistant Fire Chief Jerry Mahoney. I believe that the Police Commissioner Robert Haas should be joining us. This hearing is being audio taped and videotaped. We have one matter on the agenda for this morning. And that agenda item is to amend the regulations as it relates to taxi cabs accepting credit cards. On October 30th, 2014, the board voted 2-0 to adopt a policy that required mandatory credit card usage by all licensed Cambridge taxi cabs. Subsequent to that vote, we recognized that the requirements that we wanted in the receipt couldn't necessarily be produced by all devices. So for example, Square, which is an electronic device which is connected to a phone or an iPad, can't provide all the information that we had wanted to require. So as a result of that, we need to go back and amend the language that we approved. So I would like to propose the following language. As of April 1st, 2015, all Cambridge cabs must have electronic credit card processing capability. The equipment to be used shall be at the discretion of the driver owner. Such equipment shall list fare, tolls, fees, and tips separately for processing purposes. Such equipment shall have the ability to electronically authorize a transaction in a timely manner. Such equipment will provide a printed receipt and/or email that includes medallion number, date, fare, tip, total, the type of card, last 4 digits of the credit card number, authorization, the Cambridge Hackney hotline number 617-349-6146, along with a Hackney email address. Regardless of the type of receipt, all passengers must receive a printed meter receipt that includes medallion number, date, transaction number, start and end miles, fare, tip, total, type of card, authorization, Cambridge Hackney hotline number 617-349-6142, along with the Hackney email. Any taxi that has a meter that is not capable of producing the above information on the meter receipt will still provide a meter receipt to the passenger and will have until October 1st, 2015 to update their meter. It must be declared at the spring inspection if you have a $10 minimum, which will include tip. Proper signage will be applied to the cab at that time. So the major difference between this language and the language that was previously adopted is really as it relates to the start and end miles being broken out. So that can't be done obviously on a Square receipt. Most of the meters at this time, I think, according to Jimmy Cassidy from Weights and Measures, have been adjusted that they can provide the information that we want on the printed meter receipt. There are a handful of cabs that have old equipment that aren't able to necessarily produce that information, which is why I've included the date of October 1st, 2015, that they have to update their meter. So I hope that makes sense. Is there anyone from the public that would like to offer comment? Seeing none. Any questions from the board?
The only point I would make was when you read the Hackney hotline number the second time.
Yes.
I believe you said 6142. You said 6146.
So let the record reflect, it should be 6146 for the Hackney hotline number. Thank you.
Just explain the last paragraph.
It must be declared.
Yeah, I'm trying to start that again.
So at the spring inspection, typically what happens is the drivers come in and in the past, it had always been, are you going to be a cash-only cab?
Right.
Or are you going to accept credit cards? So what we're saying is now, are you going to be taking credit card with a $10 minimum or credit card no matter what the amount is?
Also relying for that option then?
By law, we have to have the ability. So, but it still provides, which is why we include the language that includes tips. So if someone wants to take a $5 fare and include a $5 tip, they have to take a credit card.
Okay.
Any other questions? Any questions? So I make a motion that we approve the language as read into the record. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
No other items are on agenda.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.